Hello, I am playing Super Mario World today, which is a little bit of a surprise, but I have a sinus headache, and thus I am not up to anything more. This is a test file just to make sure everything worked. I'm not up to anything more complicated than that. Nothing where I have to use my brain. Welcome! This is Dinosaur Land. In this strange land, we find that Princess Toadstool is missing again. Looks like Bowser is at it again. Always bothered me, the double use of the word again. Sorry you're feeling under the weather too. I'm sending good vibes and health to everybody. Even if you're not unwell right now, I want you to continue being not unwell.
Hello. Sorry I'm not home, but I've gone to rescue my friends who were captured by Bowser. Yoshi.
Very different than how he speaks in the cartoon, which I've not seen in a very long time, but I believe he speaks in first person.
Mario, tell Yoshi a bedtime story.
That's all I remember. I was actually trying to get some Game Genie codes for Yoshi's Island to cooperate in hopes of unlocking all the extra levels without actually getting 100% on everything, because that would be miserable. And I didn't fiddle with it for very long today because of the sinus headache. I couldn't get it to work. I don't know what happened, but I copied my file, just in case, my completed one, and in the copied file where I tried to load sheets where everything was everything was cleared at 100%, it loaded me onto World 6, but none of the levels were available. The only tabs on the top of the map screen were Worlds 1 and 2, and the only thing my cursor could select was the invisible, like, third level of World 6. So I don't know what happened there. The cartoon Yoshi voice goes hard. I liked the Super Mario World cartoon. The little I saw of it, because some TV station here showed, like, I guess, reruns of it when I was very little. And I only saw a bit of it, but I liked it because it had Yoshi. That was my bias. When I was very little, I really liked Yoshi. Yoshi was my big favorite. Because, you know, he's a cool little dinosaur dragon fella. I liked reptiles. Like, my main when I was very little in Super Mario Kart was Koopa. Surprisingly not Yoshi. I think it was Yoshi, and then my younger brother, shout out to my wonderful little bro, hello, wanted to be Yoshi. And, you know, let your brother be Yoshi. Like, okay, that's fine. I'm happy with Koopa. So I liked the Mario World cartoon because it had Yoshi. Was it objectively good? I don't think it was. I don't remember very much of it, but you know, when you're a small child, you don't notice things like egregious animation errors and terrible stock cartoon plots and whatever else. I think it was kind of like how when I was very little, I preferred the controversial, well, not really controversial, but Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, which was the really goofy Sonic cartoon. Oh, there he is. Hang on.
Hooray! Thank you for rescuing me. My name is Yoshi. On my way to rescue my friends, Bowser trapped me in that egg.
I don't know how Bowser did it, and we'll never know. We'll never hear about it again. But I liked Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog more than the Saturday morning, the Sat-Am Sonic, despite generally being the more fan-preferred one because of its better and more mature storytelling, because Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog had more Tails. And I really liked Tails when I was little. So that's my history with the Mario cartoons, I guess. Sorry, Yoshi. Get used to seeing me throw Yoshi in pits, by the way. Despite my calm and gentle demeanor, I have absolutely no qualms about throwing Yoshi into a bottomless pit to save my own skin. And I know I even have at least one clip, maybe, no, 2 clips on my channel from when I played, oh wow, 5-0, from when I played Mario World Remade from memory, and I dumped Yoshi down a pit. Once was genuine need for survival, and one was I just needed to not have the particular Yoshi, so I just threw him into a pit. You know, just to be sure. Yeah, the Sonic Says PSAs. That was, gosh, there were a lot of those, like, in the 90s, I recall. Like, I remember Sonic Says. I also remember Sailor Moon Says. I say there was a lot. I can't remember anymore. But those are the two that stick in my brain, especially because I watched a lot of Sailor Moon. You will be preparing yourself for Butter Bridge for the classic betrayal image. I know exactly what you're talking about. Look forward to that. Look forward to some unrepentant Yoshi death. But it's okay. I think Yoshi understands, right? Hello, Fresno, how are you? It's Yoshi's Island -1. I still gotta watch that movie. But, Yoshi versus Donkey Kong, no, that was a battle for the ages. Is there no YouTube poop for Sailor Moon Says? You know, as if I know anything about YouTube poop, really. Never actually deliberately sought out YouTube poop, which you'd think I would, because of how much I liked Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog when I was little. You want to know something really silly that just popped into my head? Oh well, too bad it's the wrong thing. It's still pretty good. I remember, so in Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Dr. Robotnik's leitmotif was the classical song In the Hall of the Mountain King, which is the one that goes that one. And of course, being very little, I was not familiar with classical music. But I do remember using a computer when I was little, and I think it was like default songs on like some sort of MIDI program. But one of the songs was In the Hall of the Mountain King. And I was shocked, thinking, oh, it's Dr. Robotnik's theme. Are they Sonic fans? Did the people who make this like Sonic? How naive. Maybe the people who made that did like Sonic. I don't know. Oh, goodbye. He chose death. He ran into the sea of his own volition. I had nothing to do with this. One more fish for the road, yeah. Yeah, falling into a pit is healthy Yoshi behavior. Yoshis need a large enclosure in order to be happy in captivity, and part of that enclosure needs to include a bottomless pit. You gotta get your like super happy tree, and you gotta get your like, I don't know, palm tree house and a little mailbox and a fireplace, and then your bottomless pit. And that's your Yoshi enclosure. I also have a recollection of, in kindergarten, finding like a cool rock, and in class, in kindergarten, painting it with green spots, and it was like a Yoshi egg to me. And little me thinking, oh, if I paint this egg just right, maybe a Yoshi will hatch out of it. Now, unfortunately, being in kindergarten, you don't have a lot of art supplies at your disposal. So, the egg did have green spots, but it was not white, because I didn't have white paint. It was yellow. Maybe that's why a Yoshi never hatched from it, because the egg was the wrong color. It seems there is at least some YouTube poop for Sailor Moon Says, but you can't bring yourself to go any deeper into that wormhole, nor should you. I don't know if I'm ready for that. You saw a thing last week dealing a food percent speedrun of this game. Every time you beat a level with the name of a food in it, you eat one of that food. Oh, that's intriguing. Now, what about Soda Lake? Do you just, like, drink an entire 2-liter bottle of Coke? Well, I guess it's not Coke. I guess it would be like, what, Sprite? Fresca? Ginger ale? You know, I saw the completed save files for the GBA version, and I actually did download one, but I couldn't figure out how to get it to load because my head hurt too much and I had to go lie down. Mario has defeated the demented Iggy Koopa in Castle Number 1 and rescued Yoshi's friend who is still trapped in an egg. Together, they now travel to Donut Land. Hello, Tenrose. This is honestly an old model I made a couple of years ago now that I've been meaning to improve for, ever. And then I just haven't done it. I like yours, by the way. Is yours Vroid? I don't know what it is, but I like your VTuber design. Is that a thing VTubers say to other VTubers? I like your design.
Thank you. I like my glasses too.
Let's see if I can still fly. I remember how to do it. Little Mori struggled a lot flying with the cape. I guess I'm gonna wind up talking a lot about Little Mori today, but I played a lot of this game when I was very small. It was, I think, one of my first video games. Maybe one of the first I've ever beaten. I don't remember. Oh, no, that's okay. It's not like they despawn. I think I just have a lot of memories of playing it. Come on, give me the Yeah, that's right. Fresno, when do you stream? I keep meaning to catch you live. And then, I don't. I miss it. And Tenrose, when are you live? I need to try and find more people. Monday nights, 7 Eastern. Thank you! I gotta remember that for next week. I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget. I'm thinking here. Can you stop throwing baseballs at me for a second? I'm contemplating. Yoshi, wait, no, I need you. This is my time of need, but I'm gonna get hit by a baseball if I'm not careful about this. Okay, there we go, okay. I'm gonna try not to fly into a Koopa. Yeah, oh, no! No, I beansed it! There we go. And now the sacred tradition. Wow. There we go. You get a can for Soda Lake. More distressing is drinking vanilla extract for each instance of Vanilla Dome. Oh. Or taking a bite of a stick of butter for Butter Bridge. Ugh. Oh, no, that's commitment to the bit. I respect the commitment to the bit, but I don't think my digestive system could handle that. Soda and butter? I unbeansed it. I have retroactively erased Superstar Saga from existence. I don't want to joke about that. I like that game. I'm glad they are making another Mario and Luigi game. I hope it's good. I haven't actually played Dream Team. I should play Dream... Has anybody here played Dream Team? I'm curious how it is. I mean, you know, you hear mixed things across the board, but that's just what happens when you read general reviews, and I find it's more useful to learn the thoughts of people whose tastes are similar to mine. A sip of vanilla extract sounds like the worst experience of your life. Maybe you can rules lawyer it a little bit, as long as you eat something that contains vanilla extract, like a cookie. You watched someone stream it back when Dream Team came out. Was it good? Like, not just gameplay-wise, but was it fun, I guess? Well, funny? Like, that's part of the charm of the Mario and Luigi games, is the writing. They could be kind of hit and miss. I know an example that I've often seen cited as an example of a good localization. That, well, not that it's a bad localization, but it irks me because it's really dated, is in Partners in Time. You come across a pair of robot hammer bros, I think. Something like that. And in Japanese, they spoke all in katakana, which is usually done to indicate a character is speaking robotically or unnaturally. Like, it's an unusual way to talk, and it would stand out if you were reading the text in Japanese. And in the English translation, they had them speak in Leet speak instead. And I get why they would have done that, but it really dates it for me, and it makes it a little... Well, Yoshi will explain my feelings. Yeah. We are elite hacksaws, hammer bros, you know, like that. You're not the most into the Mario and Luigi games, but it seemed good. I mean, you know, if it's a good Mario and Luigi game, like I I like Paper Jam. It was fine. I guess that's not the greatest praise in the world to say it was fine. I know a lot of people don't like Paper Jam. I mean, now granted, I don't remember really much of what happens in that game, but playing it was fine. I thought it was kind of cute how oh, see ya. How they sort of bridged the gap between the Mario and Luigi and the Paper universes. Unfortunately, Paper Luigi is nowhere to be seen, but it was alright. I think the hardest thing about that game to recommend to other people is that the Mario and Luigi games have always been a bit some dexterity required because of having to maneuver both brothers in tandem. But with Paper Mario now you have 3 characters to maneuver in tandem. Thankfully you can press a single button to make all 3 of them jump at once, but you're still dealing with 3 different characters in combat. Yeah, lead speak, which was the style at the time. Lead speak is hilarious and will never age. Well, you know, I can't tell if you're saying that sarcastically or not. I mean, I'm sure people still use it in places, but that particular style of lead speak, like, you know, all your base are belong to us, because I think they said that too. And we are lead hacksaw. Like, it's a very specific flavor of dialogue. Half joking and half earnest. Well, good, because I was like half thinking, is he joking? Or is he earnest? I guess I was kind of right. Both ways. You know, I'm just waiting for me to fall into a pit or get squished by something. I'd say take a shot every time I do, every time I perish in a very silly way. But take a shot of vanilla extract. Don't do that. It would be disgusting and expensive. Well, maybe if you used artificial vanilla extract, but don't do that. Please don't do that. I'm not responsible for whatever happens. Ghosts. Yeah, especially like genuine vanilla extract. Ooh. Secrets. Hoping I remember where all the secrets are, but pretty sure I remember where all the secrets are. As I said, I did play this game a lot. Oh, give me that. Give me that. They're swooshing. They're doing that thing. If any of you have a younger sibling, the I'm not touching you. Oh, I missed. I was riding the high of that 50, and then the 40, and I thought maybe I could do it again. No. Get nothing. You stole fizzy lifting drinks, and now you get nothing. Yeah, sure. I'll go to the top secret area. I'll collect some government secrets. Like this genetically altered organism. I have all 96 exits memorized. I think I actually do have all 96 exits memorized. Of course it's going to be a 96 exit run. Why wouldn't it be? I guess I thought, wouldn't that go without saying, but I guess I'm saying it now. It'll probably be a 96 exit run. Because I love this game, and I want to squeeze as much enjoyment out of this playthrough as possible. Yeah, I probably could have just flown up there. But that's okay, I'll let this piranha plant get a little breathing room. I'm sure it's flourishing in this spooky house. Oh, did not have enough speed. Whoop. Wow. I didn't 100% TUI, yet I 100% this game. This is an outrage. I know. Well, look, you can forward all of your letters to Canary Mary. Why didn't I do the Green Switch Palace? I unlocked it, and then I got distracted. Oh, Yoshi. Well, there was supposed to be a thing where that blue Koopa kicked a shell and then would run over all these other Koopas, and I'd get a 1-up. We'd all laugh about it, but it's gone. Yoshi has ruined it. We will never have fun. We will never smile again. You know what I should try and do, which I only remembered now, so I only have 2 Switch palaces left, is, what do they call it? The Yump? Where you have 1 frame, I think, when you step on the Switch where you can jump again. I mean, it doesn't confer any benefit, it just, it looks cool. It doesn't even really look cool, it's just, look at this thing I did. Like a flex. Okay, Andorra, have you 100%ed Banjo-Tooie? I don't know. You did 100% Donkey Kong 64. So let me try again. I have no grounds to say anything. Because clearly you have more commitment to the bit than I do. Multiple times, wowee. Yeah, I've never actually 100%ed Banjo-Tooie. I've 100%ed Banjo-Kazooie, but something about Tooie, I guess I decide, I'm good. I think for me, really, when it comes to do I 100% a game or not, is do I feel it's worth my while, and am I having a good time doing it? So I tend to 100% Mario games because I enjoy playing Mario games. I have fun finding all the exits and all the secrets and completing all the little challenges. That is fun. That is enriching for me. But games where there's a lot of running around back and forth, backtracking, I'm less likely to take the plunge. It kind of depends. Like, maybe if there's, like, a good story or lore reason. Like, I did all the side quests in Bug Fables, for instance, because, not that it unlocked some, you know, like, secret end boss. I mean, there are bosses in there, but, or some secret plot twist or whatever, but just because I really liked the banter between the party members, and I liked that character building. We're just gonna ignore that Yoshi's, sleeping with the fishes. He's, taking a walk with some concrete shoes on, if you know what I'm talking about. Oh, thank you! Saying I like your design is the equivalent of I like your cut, G. I'm not cool enough for any of this. As if I've ever been cool to begin with. See, the fish is just proving my point. Whoop. Whoop. Just you and me, P-Switch. My emotional support, P-Switch. And now we must part. If you love something, let it go. To the skies. I also love that the sleepy fish is called Rip Van Fish. It's not a pun. It's just Rip Van Fish. I don't know what could we call the fish? Oh, I did it! Wow, that never happens. What could we call the fish that would, like, we need a fish pun. Oh man, there's so many, I can't get away from them. I have Miku lives. It is kind of weird, isn't it, that it's 96 exits, so yeah, you look at it and you think, am I missing something? Why is it not 100? 100 is a nice number. Fish Van Winkle. Rip Van Finkle. There's gotta be some sort of aquatic life form that has a name we can slot in there, but unfortunately my knowledge of marine biology is not enough for this joke. I don't actually need this, but you know. Let the spring feel useful. Rip Van Fingil. I miss this boo design. Oh, with the squiggly mouth, it's cute. You saw these ones in Super Mario Kart too. I kind of miss them. Not that there's, anything wrong with modern boos, but it's just not the same. Okay, hang on. How did I do the thing in here again? I needed... need this. And then I need to go here, and then I need to do that. Secret plants. If it was a blooper instead, it could have been Rip Van Inkle. Now we're talking Galaxy Brain. maybe in the next Mario game we need a sleepy blooper. I just think it'd be cute. Actually, there are... I was trying to think in Superstar Saga, were there sleepy bloopers? No, there are just different sleepy fish. And then mecha bloopers underwater. I lost him. I better get him back before Kama gets him. What? What, Mario? I've let him free of his enclosure. You know what's funny is that if I could have gotten the Game Genie code to unlock all the bonus levels in Yoshi's Island to work, and I'd stream that instead, I can still fiddle with it. It's not off the table. Just I'll do it on a day when I am not KO'd by a sinus headache. I kind of wanted to make the stream, yeah, that's deserved. The stream description something like the baby. You know, because I am playing the one game with the baby. Well, I was playing the one game with the baby, Yoshi's Island. And then the other game that does not have the baby at all. I'm so sorry. And Dora here also streamed, Other M, which I didn't see all of, but I saw a decent chunk of. I've talked a little bit about it last time, but I saw more since. And again, oof. It's easier to laugh at now, but I can only imagine the agony that one must have experienced as a Metroid fan when that game came out. After having no games for, like, what, 20 years? It was, I don't know if it was that long. It was a lot. It was a while. And then you get that. That just basically stomps on everything you enjoyed about the game, about Samus. I'm glad we don't consider it anymore. Whoop. Oh, what? Block machine broke. I mean, it's not that I need it, it's just, I think it's just... Is it a Yoshi coin up there, maybe? But it's just, that's odd. We were in a golden age for Metroid. Fusion and all the primes throughout the 2000s, capping off in 2010 with that. Okay, maybe that's why. You know what I'm thinking of is that you got all the good prime stuff, all the good Metroid stuff, and then you got Other M, and then nothing for a long time. That was it. I had it backwards. It was not nothing and then Dread. It was, or not, sorry, it was not nothing and then Other M. It was Other M and then nothing. Yeah, sure. This is the worst power-up. Those of you that are familiar with this game, and the one level in particular that prominently features the P-Balloon, I will not be doing that legitimately. I will try to cheese my way across with a blue shell, with a blue Yoshi, and a Koopa shell, and a cape. And I will not feel an iota of guilt about this, because heck, tubular.
Oh, you think that power-up is tubular, huh? Huh?
No Metroid for 6 years, and then when it does come back, it's Federation Force. I mean, I've heard that... Was it Federation Force I'm thinking of, where people have said, I mean, it's not bad. It's just, it's not Metroid, but if you divorce it from Metroid and Samus, it's okay. Granted, I don't know how much mental gymnastics one would have to do to get to that point. The thing that Nintendo does that drives you up the wall makes a very poor entry into a series, and then nobody buys it, and then like, well, no interest in this franchise, I guess. Or F-Zero. I mean, I don't know if Maximum Velocity ends... What's the other one? Like F-Zero Climax or something? I think the GBA ones? Worth like 20 of Canada's own dollars. Oh man. You could buy maybe half of a Big Mac with that, probably. Right? I don't want to know what the exchange rate is like. All I recall is when I went to the States a few months ago, and I always take out some American money from the bank before I travel, because it's easier to budget if you have actual bills on you. And it's also good to have for emergencies in case, like, your card doesn't work or whatever. And, boy, it felt like I was getting 50% less. Like, I would give them, hypothetically, I don't remember the exact amount, but I would pay 100 Canadian dollars and get 50 American dollars. Yeah. Somehow this room feels like what that felt like, and I don't know how to articulate it any more than that. Not having played Federation Force is a huge black mark on your record. It is, Endora, since... So how many times have you played Other M? Was it 5, you said? Yeah, US and Canadian used to be pretty close. Now, granted, I've not looked in a while, because I take psychic damage whenever I do. But, you know, sometimes I'm like, I want to buy this product that is listed in American dollars, and then I look at it in Canadian and go, I don't know if I want that. Also, this Yoshi now has every... This is my son, he has every disease. Plonk. Plonk. This is my son Crump, he has every disease. He's cured. Yep. Gee, I wasn't expecting everybody to react with such horror. Bleh. But there you go. Look, Andorra said it, not me, in his own stream, so it's out there. It's on the record. Look, I'm not judging. I'm maybe a little baffled, but I'm not judging. And I mean, as you said yourself, there's at least the comedy factor. It's kind of like, as I said, it's like me streaming Shadow the Hedgehog. That is not a good game, and it does not feel good to play at all. But it's really funny. And I do it not only for all of you. I hope people are enjoying, or did enjoy me struggling through Shadow the Hedgehog. And hey, there's more routes, there's more endings. I could always go back to it on a Saturday afternoon. But, you know, I like Shadow as a character, and I think it's fun to see his edgy dad and all of that. Yeah, that's right. Tonight's stream is actually an impromptu intervention for Andorra before he plays Metroid Other M a 6th time. Don't do this to yourself. Oh. Look, there was a method to my madness. I was trying to do a thing, and I ran into a thwimp. Trying to get a running start. This is absolutely not worth it, by the way. This is absolutely not worth it. Nope. If you get up there, there's like a little power block or something. It's absolutely not worth it. I thought it would be a cool little flex to get up there, and I didn't. What do you mean you have it pulled up right now? Are you playing it right now? I'm sure there are games out there for everyone where they're objectively not good. Whether their story is a letdown, or their gameplay is a letdown, or some combination thereof. But for whatever reason, you still come back to it. You still play it. I think it's a power-up up there. I don't remember exactly, but there is something up there. You know what's interesting about Super Mario Worlds, and I just beans that jump, is that I believe it was actually rushed to be released, I think in time for Christmas or something, and to coincide maybe with the release of the Super Nintendo. Which is funny because it's, I think, still a very good game, still holds up really well, still feels good to play, still has cool stuff in it, 96 whole exits to find. But it makes me wonder, if it wasn't rushed, what else would there have been? maybe they would have figured out how to add voice clips of Mario going, just what I needed. Yeah, it's hard to tell that it was rushed, but I believe I could be misremembering, granted. So, you know, anything I say, grain of salt, but I believe it was rushed out for the release of the Super Nintendo. And I mean, you gotta make sure the new hotness with Mario is good, because he has a lot to live up to. When you bought an SNES, it came with Mario World and F-Zero. I remember getting an SNES for Christmas when I was very little. Not to date myself again, but I've already talked about playing this game as a small child. And it did come with this game. Didn't come with F-Zero. Didn't get to race. I did get Super Mario Kart, though. So I did get to race, just not at, like, 500 miles an hour. Yeah, take what I say with a grain of salt. You were actually playing a good game the other day for the 5th time. Don't listen to me, that's right. Morton Koopa Jr. of Castle Number 2 is now just a memory. The next area is the underground Vanilla Dome. What traps await Mario in this new world? What will become of Princess Toadstool? Yeah, she's not Peach yet. Those early days. I guess I kind of take it for granted now. But people who are newer to the Mario series might not be aware that in the West, she was known as Princess Toadstool for quite a long time. Until Mario 64 firmly codified it as Peach by signing her letter as yours truly, Princess Toadstool, Peach. And that was that. They did call her Peach in Yoshi's Safari, I believe, but aside from that, she's been Toadstool in the West for a long time. And I don't really know why necessarily, oh, I don't have a cape. I don't know if I can get up there. There we go. Okay, we're good. But yeah, I don't know why they went with Toadstool, because she's always been Peach in Japan. I guess maybe they thought, oh, she rules over mushroom people. But why is her name a fruit? We're gonna confuse all these Western gamers. Better not give them anything too challenging. I doubt that's it, but I really don't know what the rationale was. Her Japanese name is just Peach, Peachy Hime. It's always been Peach, so Toadstool was entirely a Western... Whoop, heck, I blew up my shell. Toadstool was entirely a Western thing. Oh, I have a cape. I could have gotten up there without all that Yoshi trickery, but it's okay. Oh. And you know what? That Yoshi didn't even get thrown down a pit. He got to live. And then starve to death in this cave, I guess. Nintendo of America thought it didn't make sense. So was it the whole, oh, she's ruling over mushroom people, but her name is a fruit. What's up with that? Speaking of Peach's letter in Mario 64, the sleepiest Red Alert announcer, it was also Leslie Swan. Ha! I kind of wondered, I guess, for context, so one of the localization managers that you usually see credited on Nintendo games, oh, the Buzzy Beetle's about to come out of its shell, was, is... I didn't even touch that. You saw, look at the replay, my shoe did not collide, I mean, it was gonna collide with it, but still. So Leslie Swan, and Jeff Miller's the other one. And, she was credited as Peach's voice actress in Mario 64. I kind of wondered, has Leslie Swan ever done any more voiceovers in Nintendo games, or was that just kind of a one-off, like, hey, we need someone to give Peach a voice here. Oh. Oh. I don't know why, I guess, yeah, it would bounce off. That's sad. I don't want to kill Mario twice in one night. That's just entirely too much. Whoop. Hello, Charge and Chuck. Goodbye, Charge and Chuck. Oh yeah, like Robotnik versus Eggman. And I like how they've bridged the gap here in the West, too. Where his proper name, well, I guess I say bridge the gap in the West, but it's in Japan too, is that so his proper name is Dr. Ivo Robotnik, but his nickname is Eggman. Everybody calls him Eggman. So both names are correct. I like that both are now canon. I want it. I want that. There we go. Uh-oh. Whoa. Oh, there was a live buzzy beetle in that shell. It wanted out. I think her full name probably still is Princess Peach Toadstool. And they just don't use it. But I like to think, I mean, there's been nothing that contradicts it. Nothing that says she has divorced herself from the Toadstool name. It has been evicted from the Peach Dynasty. Robotnik is the surname, Eggman is the slur. Yeah, don't follow Sonic's example. That's no good. Isn't there like a secret block? Like here? Yes. Made up for that Mario I killed in the last level. Can you imagine that first cartoon if he went by Eggman? Then he wouldn't be rolling his R's. That would be so weird. I think part of the reason why the name Robotnik worked was just because he could say it in the cartoon in such a theatrical way. And you can't, like, say Eggman in a dramatic way. I'm just gonna go in the door. I am the Eggman, reclaiming. I think only Dr. Eggman can reclaim Eggman. Oh no. Okay, can I do this without dying? Let's see. We good. Hooray! I'm gonna let this thing go back into containment, knowing my luck. Okay. I'm gonna go for the yump. No, I didn't do it. You have, I think, a single frame for the yump. The best bit was calling the enemies badniks, which you did not get until adulthood. Like, it's a play on, like, beatniks, yeah? Or maybe badniks was an established term outside of Sonic. I don't actually know. Oh, choices. I guess I'll just go back here, since I'm already here. Oh, hydrate, thank you. See, I did it. I hydrated. Hang on, I will hydrate for real. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Oh, it's not. Please elucidate. I would like to know. Mushroom. Come back. Don't get soggy. Okay. No good nicks. Have a good snooze, Fresno. You know, I say snooze, but I don't think it counts as a snooze, like a nap, if it's, you know, overnight. But have a good night, Fresno. Have a lovely sleep. I'm gonna try and catch you next week. Gotta remember, Monday. Have I abandoned Yoshi into the abyss for an extra jump yet? I'm pleading the fifth. I have abandoned Yoshi's. I will admit that. I don't remember if I've abandoned any into the abyss specifically. You know, I've abandoned so many Yoshis into the abyss throughout my illustrious Mario playing career that you just can't keep track of them anymore. Like 1,000 Yoshi corpses. Oh, sure, I'll take that. Why not? I try not to cape over much, because it's always feels like a cop-out if somebody just capes over all the levels. And ooh, mitosis. Yeah, of course that's valid if you want to cape over the levels, but it's not very fun to watch. Eh. Oh, are you saying that, like, is the Pope Catholic kind of thing? Has she abandoned Yoshi into a pit? Is the Pope Catholic? Is she streaming? I get it. I get it. I see how it is. Oh, well, I did it perfectly once. Yeah, I'll take 2. Cool. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, look at that Boo. It's so cute. I miss that classic ghost design. I feel like I need a Mario, or at least a Nintendo version of Is the Pope Catholic? I don't think there's a Pope in the Mario universe. Maybe. I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if Bowser has attempted to start his own religion at some point. Probably not even consciously. Just, he has that sort of, like, cult leader charisma, you know? I guess I could say, is Bowser cool? As sort of like an obvious statement, but it just feels too on the nose. Whoop. You nominate Waluigi for Pope, now we're talking. That's why he hasn't been in his own game yet. Because he's too busy, poping. Is that a verb now? It is now. It's the princess at another castle? Well, that's good. I think we have a winner. Well, I think Kapotoko would need to weigh in on that one. I don't think he's here right now. Oh, he is a good dad, certainly. But that particular phraseology, I don't know if I'm qualified to weigh in on that. That is not my area of expertise, excuse me. These, Michael Bublés need to get out of my face. There we go. Toadsworth, it's hard to explain. He stepped down. I bet Toadsworth got excommunicated. Mario, why are you wiggling? Mario, you okay? Got the shakes. Too much caffeine. I think I've said this on stream before, but I'll share it again. Once, some years ago, I had a dream that in part of it, there was, like an alternate evolution for Machamp, the Pokemon, that had, a mitre. I think that's what it's called, like a Pope hat on its head. And, the name of this new... Oh, I just wanted this block. The name of this new Machamp evolution was, Pontiflex Pilates. And that's all I remember from that dream. And I thought, good job, self-conscious, or subconscious. That's terrible. Very proud. If I could be bothered to draw a Machamp, I would illustrate that. But unfortunately, I don't have a lot of experience in drawing muscles, and I feel like that would be a lot of effort to put into a silly joke. Machop, Machoke, Machurch. Maybe it's like a branch evolution. Like, you convert your Machoke to a different form of Poke Christianity or Catholicism. Because there's all these branches and sects of it, right? So you just, you know, it's like Slowbro versus Slowking, right? Different evolutions. You either use a Pope hat to evolve your Machamp, or your Machoke, or... I don't know. What would you use to get the excommunicated evolution? That's the one I want. Oh, beans. A thought in your head of a Machamp that let itself go from its training. A Machamp. Look, we all have, you know, those days. We all have slumps. Oh. Oh, you were me, Shell. You were me. There we go. Oh, Yoshi. I'm gonna gently put this down. There we go. Uh-oh. Okay. There we go. This is actually my first time streaming this game, believe it or not. I did stream, again, Mario World remade from memory, which is a great time. Except for maybe some of those later levels were just miserable. Ugh. But, I have not streamed the original Super Mario Worlds for whatever reason, so I'm doing it now because I have a sinus headache today, and I didn't want to do anything that required too much thought. I did think about continuing Prime today, but I don't really want to do that whilst I feel like I have been decked between the eyes. I don't think that would be very fair to Samus. Only I get to feel like being decked between the eyes. You know, I don't think Samus deserves that kind of pain. Ooh, favorite color of Yoshi. Ooh, that's... You know, I think it depends on the game. Because it's not just the Yoshi color, but it's the shoes. They gotta accessorize. Like, I used to like... In, I think, the official art for Yoshi's Island, they would draw the light blue Yoshi, the one you'd see in Stage 3, with yellow shoes, and I really liked that combo. But then I think in Yoshi's story, they gave him purple shoes, and I didn't like that. It was very petty. Like, oh, you know what? No, I don't like this one anymore. The pink one has yellow shoes. That one's pretty cute. I think, I don't know if it counts, because it's not really a standard Yoshi color in that you see in, like, Yoshi's Island or Yoshi's Story, but that was not my fault. That was my fault. But if I play as Yoshi in Mario Kart, I'm the orange one. Same with Shy Guy. If I get the chance to select my color, orange. I like orange. Blue is the most useful in this game, that's true. The blue Yoshi does have the most utility. I feel kind of bad for the yellow Yoshi. Like, no one goes out of their way for the yellow Yoshi. I mean, no one goes out of their way for the red Yoshi either, but at least you're like, oh, projectile fireballs. Like, that's cool. That's a cool thing you can do, but little sand clouds, you know, you just stomp your feet real good. This Yoshi is real good at throwing tantrums. I don't know. Doesn't really speak to me. Oh. Blue Yoshi in this game is where it's at. But I'm going to attempt to not use Blue Yoshi very much at all, because again, it's not very fun to watch if I just fly over all of the levels, right? You want to see me fall into pits, and throw Yoshi into pits. And this is not what was intended, I think, by Final Cat's comment of, it's Joshi. But I was thinking about the blue Yoshi, but like denim, that's Joshi. Oh yeah, except when blue Yoshi is Boshi. You think Boshi can fly? Orange Yoshi is your favorite because of Mario Sunshine and your love of mangoes. Excellent taste. I haven't had a mango in forever. They're expensive. I like mango flavored stuff though. Also, how's it going, Kamek? How is life since you failed to retrieve a single infant? Honestly, it's pretty funny that he only grabbed one. Like, he was explicitly trying to get both babies, and yet he only got one. Oh, heck. There we go, I did it. What kind of overalls does Mario wear? Denim, denim, denim. It's still a good joke. It's still a good joke. Your favorite part about the Mario World by Memory soundtrack is how the death jingles sound identical, but the game over music doesn't resemble it in the slightest. Really? I don't know. I don't think I got a game over in Mario World Remade from Memory. Even though some of those levels are a lot harder than they ought to have been, than their vanilla counterparts. I did not get a game over. I think because I've just played a lot of Mario World in my life, so I don't know what the game over jingle sounds like in that game. I've actually heard more than one very pleasing, like, lo-fi remix, arrangement, whatever you want to call it, of the game over music in this game. The Kamek sprites in this game have a color error. The dark blue and blue palettes are mistakenly switched. Really? Poor Kamek. Ain't that just the way? Oh, hello, Taito. How are you? Bum, 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 bum. I kind of miss the weird arpeggios from the remade from memory version of this, and the ooh-ee-oo. I mean, if you're curious, I do have those on my YouTube channel. If you look up Mario World Remade from Memory, it is there. So you can hear all the glorious, bizarre arpeggio, like the castle theme, just generally is my favorite. But that whole game, I think if you are a Mario fan and you like this game as much as I do, I would recommend experiencing Super Mario World Remade from Memory. I think it came up a lot during stream, but it had almost this creepypasta feel to it. Because everything is slightly off. And you're expecting something bad to happen, or that there's this general feeling of unease. Because it's close, it's very close in a lot of places, the music especially, but it's not quite there. And I think it's more impactful if you know this game very well. Mario has triumphed over Lemmy Koopa of Castle Number 3. Mario's quest is starting to get much more difficult. Have you found the red and green switches yet? Yeah, he's dead. That kid is just straight dead. Flabbergasted? How come? A good flabbergast or a bad one? Lemmy just straight up fell in the lava. It's probably fine. I mean, how many times has Bowser fallen in the lava at this point? It's like a spa day. Oh, bad. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope this can at least provide some nice respite. I mean, you know what's good for what ails you? Mario falling in the pits. And saw blades. I think for the longest time, I would parse the orange and red bits on these saws as like, especially the orange one, like a staring eye. And I'm pretty sure that is not the intent, but that's what they look like to me. It never occurred to you that the cap switches are basically these switches. Yeah, down to the design and everything. It's a very classic Mario look. That I guess, rounded dome-shaped switch. Wings, not for me. I should have brought a Yoshi here. But that's okay. I mean, there's 2 exits, so I'm gonna have to come back anyway. In the SNES port, if Luigi destroys the castle, Mario will get the credit. I remember that. I remember playing through this with my brother, too. Playing as Luigi. Because I always liked Luigi better. And, you know, you beat the castle's Luigi. And it's like, Mario has defeated the demented Iggy Koopa. Like, come on, man. I did all of this work. And for what? Ugh. 27 bits, I guess, is what I did all this work for. Why do the exclamation blocks not have question marks on them? Because you know what you're always going to get from the exclamation mark blocks, you know? I never thought about that, but that makes a lot of sense. I wonder if that's why they were designed that way. I am just going back this way to acquire a Yoshi. Un momento, por favor. I regret all the times in my life I have said uno momento because that is not correct Spanish at all. My shame is eternal. So I should clearly stick to languages that I know much better. Like English question mark?
ちょっと待ってください.
That's more fun to say, but probably less comprehensible. Yeah, that's just a Moriism. Uno momento. I have to step away for a second to play a card game. The #1 moment. I think this game is what caused me to develop my habit of, during auto-scroller sections, to compulsively duck to the beat of the music. Which has definitely gotten me killed in other games. When you're trying to compulsively duck to the beat of the music and you're standing on a slope. Don't do that. I can speak from experience. Don't do that. Uno momento is the least popular version of Uno. Yeah, you just skip past the, like, draw 4, and you just go right to clocking your friend in the nose. I don't want that. I hit that block out of reflex, but I don't want those wings. I'm sorry, Yoshi, you must stare longingly at them. Knowing that you can look, but you cannot touch. It is not for you. Maybe in another world, another time, another life, we could have had it all, but we're here. Okay. No, I'm overthinking this. I'm overthinking this. Just go, Maury. Just go. Just go. Just go. Okay. Okay. There he goes. That was a necessary sacrifice. He knew. Are all the saws for the logs? Is this a huge lumber mill in the clouds? Yes. Let's all think about that to distract from the fact that Yoshi paid the ultimate price for the survival of Mario. I mean, not really even for survival. I'm just getting 96 exits because I can. It's like killing everyone in Undertale. Because you can do it, you have to do it. You are compelled. It is the gamer blood in you. After they cared for Mario as a baby. Well, Mario was too young to develop memories of his time with Yoshi. That's why in this game, he has no recollection of meeting Yoshi, and in fact thinks this is the first time they've ever encountered one another. But also, the Yoshi in this game is differently proportioned and has orange arms compared to the Yoshi in Yoshi's Island. So you could pretend that they are just completely different Yoshis altogether, divorced from one another. This is a different, like a convergent evolution of Yoshi, or like, I was about to say a seasonal variety of Yoshi, but that's not the correct term. What, like a Galarian form of something, but actual biology. Can't think of it. But that. It's an offshoot of Yoshi. Pumpkin Spice Yoshi, now we're talking. That's the orange Yoshi I like to play as in Mario Kart. It's Pumpkin Spice Yoshi. A regional variant, thank you. Okay, yeah, the Yoshi in this game is a regional variant. And thus Mario does not recognize it as the same Yoshi, as part of the same clan that saved him and Luigi when they were infants. This game is really pleasant. Have you played it before? I suppose if one had a Super Nintendo in their youth, it was pretty hard not to wind up playing this game, because it was packed with the system. And it's just a really good game. But I suppose if one did not have a Super Nintendo, either, you know, they didn't have, they weren't alive at the time, they didn't have the console, or they had a Genesis instead, or whatever, then yeah, I guess people would not be familiar with it. I kind of take that for granted. I think a lot of people that I interact with in gaming spaces on the internet, I kind of take for granted that they're all sort of around the same age as me and have similar experiences and have played similar titles. But of course, as time goes on, that becomes less and less true. I mean, I've spoken before of, the sort of whiplash I felt hearing a young cousin of mine talk about playing Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. And thinking, gosh, that's his very first Pokemon game. You know, it's in many ways a remake of my first Pokemon game. And he has never experienced Pokemon before this. It's so bizarre to think about. You only ever watched friends play this as a kid. I hope they weren't the sort of friends where, you know, you would ask, can I play? No. You would just lose all of our lives. No. This was your first Mario game as a baby. Yeah, see? That's kind of what I take for granted in a lot of gaming spaces. Oh, thanks. Something very Yoshi's Island about the face on those coins. But just taking for granted that, oh yeah, other Mario fans, of course they've played this game. Of course they've played all the stuff on the Super Nintendo. Why wouldn't they have? But even during Yoshi's Island and hearing how there were people who had never experienced it, never seen it. Also I was gonna say this cloud isn't worth it, just getting single pennies from it, but the 1-up is pretty good. You've only played 2 Mario games, Odyssey and a Game Boy one you played on your GBA. Do you remember which one that was? I gave it a vague description. Odyssey, I think, is a great choice. And if one can only play a tiny handful of Mario games, I think Odyssey is a good choice to make. That was a game I had fun 100%ing. I did get everything in Mario Odyssey. And I even, after getting every single Power Moon, I think there's like 800 something. There's a lot of moon. Maybe there's 700. I don't know. There's a lot of moons is the point. I got all of them, and then I actually ground for coins by doing the Luigi's Balloon Worlds mini game. So I could go to the shop and then buy more power moons upwards of the cap, so I had 999, which does absolutely nothing except make the balloon on the Odyssey gold. That's it, that's all it gets you. But I did it anyway, because I wanted to see that nice even number. Kind of like this game. It was a weird number of moons. No, I can't reach. Not from there. Over here. Wheeling. No. Heck. Okay, okay. Maybe table that for now. I can come back to that. Doing. Okay. I gotta stream Mario 64. That one, I don't know. Would I 100% it on stream? I feel like I probably would. Even knowing that I'd have to do Rainbow Ride. God, I hate Rainbow Ride. Little Mori really struggled, I think, to do well with the wing cap. And Rainbow Ride in particular. I've spoken on stream before, and I'm gonna come back for this one. Actually, no, I'll try it again. I'm right here. But I've spoken on stream before of the one power star in Mario 64, where you have to, I just wanted a cape. I don't know if I can get a cape in here. Maybe. You have to get on the top of Rainbow Ride by riding the carpet through the castle, and little me would always screw up the jump over the jet of fire from the fireplace, and then I would lose the carpet. And then I would have to start from the beginning of that auto-scroller bit. And I just got so fed up. Like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm good. It concerns you that Yoshi essentially just gave birth. He does it all the time. He's used to it. Oh, heck, I did exactly the same thing. I don't know why I foolishly thought they would be in a different spot. Okay, I guess I'll have to come back. But that's okay. That is only a minor detour, and what I really need is this way. Yeah, he's like a chicken. He lays an egg every day. Have Yoshi eggs ever been depicted as something people eat? Oh, alright, in the Mario universe. You don't see people eat a lot in these games. And for some reason off the top of my head, the only thing that immediately comes to mind is, Game & Watch Gallery 4, the chef minigame. Well, I don't know if it's really a minigame. The Game & Watch game. Chef. Or Peach is juggling, like, sausages or eggs or something. Were there Yoshi eggs in that? I don't recall. But do people eat Yoshi eggs, is the point. Are they edible? And maybe not even so much edible, but ethically. Would it be weird to eat a Yoshi egg? Or maybe you can eat a Yoshi egg, aw, but just don't do it within, like, eyesight of Yoshi. Can I not? I feel like I should be able to go in this pipe. Pipe, let me in the pipe. Pipe, ni haritai. I can't get in. I can't get in. Whatever. Fine. Huh. They eat it figuratively when in Yoshi's Island you eat eggs at their face. You got me there. There we go. Do I need to be in here? No. I don't. But I'm here anyway. Gee, I better hurry before this runs out and I fall in the lava. Wouldn't that be embarrassing? Goodbye, single coin. A Yoshi turns what it eats into an egg. So would it be like eating a Shy Guy? Ooh. Well, I don't know, when you think about, like, say, if you eat a fish. Now, does that count as having eaten all the other fish and plankton that fish has consumed? Like, especially if it's a large fish, like a tuna. Like, does does that... I guess that's still not really an equivalent exchange, because it's not really... Like, it's just a more different fish. You are just consuming the constituent molecules, the nutritional value of more different fish. But I don't know, I mean, Yoshi eggs, I mean, they lay those right away after they've consumed the thing. So, like, that could be, like, fresh Shy Guy or whatever you're eating. I don't know if that's weird. Would it be weird to eat a Shy Guy? Yolk is just liquefied Shy Guy. Well, yeah, that goes without saying, like every egg. Every single egg. Even the ones from chickens. They're not fertilized, no, but I guess just Yoshis have more sapience than chickens do. And also, like, you know, they eat their prey live. You know, it's not like chickens feeding on birdseed. Like, you see Yoshi shove a whole Shy Guy into his maw, and then plop out an egg, and then you cook that up. You could stare into that Shy Guy's eyes moments before its demise. Or at least the voids where its eyes are behind its mask. I just don't know if that would raise certain ethical concerns. Or if I'm thinking too hard about it. I'm definitely thinking too hard about this. Yeah, I remember that. Those dolphins were edited to be unkillable over whaling concerns. So in the Japanese release of this game, Yoshi can actually eat those dolphins. And I don't know if it's specifically because of whaling and overfishing concerns. It might also be like you're inadvertently making the level harder for yourself by eating all these friendly fish. And they're not fish, they're mammals, but you know what I mean. Oh, that's not a friendly fish. Tried to give him a little wave with my cape. Lots of fine how do you do. Yoshi may not pay his taxes, but he cares about the ecosystem. He knows what's important in life. Granted, if he really cared about the ecosystem, he would pay his taxes. So we can fund, I don't know, what does the Mario universe need? Like a renewable energy source? We do have all these pools of lava. I feel like there are a lot more pools of lava in the Mario universe, just as a matter of course, than you would encounter in day-to-day life otherwise. I feel like that's maybe a good energy resource, but aside from that... Fund Mario's karting business. Yes, sponsor him. You know, because Mario is a relative unknown. He needs those sweet sponsorship dollar. Excuse me. Single bone. There it goes. Oh, no. I want... Okay. Hello, Trent Reznor. Uh-oh. Okay, hang on. We're good. I'm just gonna chill here until I am beneath this fine fellow. Look at his face. They got cute faces. See ya. Yeah, they're dry question mark fish. They're wet dry fish. If you put dry Bowser in water, does he cease to be dry Bowser? Maybe he's like one of those have any of you ever, I say played with very loosely, but experienced one of those toys that's like a little sponge dinosaur, and you put it in water, and then after a few days it gets really big? Or at least it's supposed to get really big, but somehow it always winds up disappointingly small in the end. Maybe that's what happens if you put dry Bowser in water. Yeah, the ones that come as capsules first. Oh, why did I jump on here? Whoop, okay. Okay, this one I probably shouldn't look at chat too much. I have been looking at chat a lot this stream, but something about this and Yoshi's Island, I think, spurned some good discussion. Again, about edible Mario characters. Like, we've done it again. Maybe we should change tack, like, what Sonic characters are the most edible? If we're on a deserted island with the cast of Sonic the Hedgehog and someone had to go. And why is it Vector? Discuss. There's a nice little elevator ride. No, you can't eat Cream and her family. I mean, yeah, they do have delicious food names, but I like Cream. She's a bunny rabbit. And she's extremely powerful. Cream is off the menu. And I guess cheese also. I think if you tried to eat cheese, it would not end well for you. Let's just say that. Cheese may be the most overpowered being in the Sonic universe. Actually, no. The second most powerful. The most powerful is Cream, of course, because cheese bends to her will. Chows have to taste like Baos. That's how it works, yeah. Eggman, more like omelet man. Oh, no. Well, you know, I did say cast of Sonic the Hedgehog. I did not specify animalistic cast of Sonic the Hedgehog. That's on me. Egg on my face, if you will. Chow are described as being soft as pudding. Oh, no. That one bit in, Shadow the Hedgehog, I know there's a clip of it where I accidentally chaos blasted an entire room full of Chow. I was just tenderizing them for everyone. I was just playing a really long game. Yeah, Chow have mochi texture for sure. Like, okay, maybe don't eat the Chow, but what about the little pom-pom, the little bauble on top of their head? The little ball. I don't know if there's a technical term for it. Sort of like how the thing above a Sim's head is called a plumb bob. Is there a proper term for the ball on top of a Chow that emotes for them? Oh, angry. Get your Chow balls here. Deep fried Chow ball. Maybe on the Chow black market. Like the ones in the Chow daycare, I bet they definitely sell like deep fried Chow ball. You gotta go through some real specific channels, some Sonic channels, if you will, for it. But they're there, if you know who to ask. Oh hey, look who it is. I can't go in there. Oh. Oh my. Oh my. We're getting some frame rates. Whoa. Okay. Is everything calmed down? Oh, see ya. Yeah, Chow poplars, exactly. Exactly like poplars. I think that also came up during Yoshi's Island. I just can't get away from it. That one bit in Shadow the Hedgehog is if it's part of the universal experience. Yeah? Doesn't everyone play award-winning game Shadow the Hedgehog 2006? And, just mercilessly obliterate an entire room full of infants? Like, that's what you're supposed to do, right? Ow, the edge. Yeah, it's gotta be an actual mochi. You know what? I like mochi. Oh, ooh, mochi ice cream. I don't know if I had, like, just straight up mochi. I feel like I'm okay with mochi ice cream. Straight up mochi might be weird. Like, too chewy for my palate. Whoa, get in there. Wow. It came back to a discussion about infanticide. I mean, when you put it that way, it sounds bad. Never, no. Just trying to figure out, how do we get here? Edible video game characters. I think it was, can you eat Yoshi eggs? And then it got to Chow from Sonic Adventure, because I thought we need to mix it up. We can't talk about edible Mario characters again. What about edible Sonic characters? Hello, Ludwig. His bleach blonde surfer boy look. Didn't take, huh? What? Excuse me. Well, that's just unsporting. Come on, Ludwig. Ludwig! Get over here. Come on. Come on. There you go. Attaboy. How dare you make my infanticide sound bad? It's a very dignified sort of infanticide. Oh. Fun fact, during a Sonic Twitter takeover, Shadow tried to reference the damn fourth Chaos Emeralds. He was censored in real time and not amused about it. Mode 7! Wait. You will eat all the chow. Well, there you go. See? Tenrose has valiantly volunteered themselves to be the guinea pig in the test kitchen for deep fried chow ball. Maybe it's like a mozzarella ball or something. Oh. Phew. Ludwig von Koopa's days of composing Koopa symphonies in Castle Number 4 are over. The Forest of Illusion lies ahead. Mario must use his brain to solve the puzzle of this perplexing forest. Funnier now that you know about the F-bomb cut. Yeah, I gotta... Is there like an article out there that explains that in more detail? Because I've heard of the F-bomb cut of Shadow the Hedgehog. But I need to find an article or something that details it. I think one was linked a ways back and I missed it. One of those things where you look at it and think, I'm gonna read that later, and then you don't. That's magpie brain, baby. Every day magpie brain. Oh, it hurts so bad. Edgy the Hedgy needs at least one F-bomb. I think if it's like a PG-13 movie and you get one... What? Really? You get one F-bomb. I don't think it should go to Shadow. Shadow's the obvious choice. Now, I don't know who would get the F-bomb. Off the top of my head, I want to say Big. He doesn't even know what it means. He's just repeating it that he heard from some... Maybe he learned it from Froggy. I can't believe Big said Froggy. Whoa. Just censor that. When I was really little, another Little Murray story, I would come to this level to farm lives. Genuinely wasn't trying to angle him towards the pit. It just kind of worked out that way. Sorry. And now we wait. Cream needs the F-bomb. That's another good contender. In her tiny, squeaky little voice. Sonic said piss in one cut line. It was changed to tick, like, these guys really tick me off, except these guys really piss me off. Just imagining that in Sonic's voice. I think on the opposite end of the spectrum, there has to be characters that just never swear. Because it's funnier if they don't, even if everyone else does. I don't think Sonic should be allowed. Sonic is not allowed to swear. He has to set a good example for Tails. I don't know, maybe we can make an exception for Sonic as voiced by Jaleel White, the Urkel Sonic from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Maybe he can say piss as a treat. Aww. But like, game canon Sonic? No. Squeaky clean. But I think it was, as I was saying about Little Mori, just going back to this, I would come to this level to farm lives. Not that I don't think I needed to, necessarily, but just it was fun to barrel through all of these Koopas and Wigglers and see the numbers go up. Very satisfying. Yeah. Oh, see ya. Yeah, he could say it as a treat. Amy needs to do nothing but swear to make up for her abysmal characterization in certain games, especially Sonic Heroes. Also, I want to backpedal for a bit and say, I am very impressed, Tenrose, that you have 100%ed Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 multiple times. Now that is hardcore. Like, especially some of the medals in Sonic Adventure 2 are just really involved and obnoxious and time-consuming to get, especially the Chow ones. I think the Chow are funny. I did show off some of the Chow Guard stuff when I streamed those games, but I have not had the patience to raise Chow into karate and racing powerhouses, because that takes a very long time. and a lot of waiting around in the garden, and the music starts to drive me up the wall after a while. Aww. Aww. Amy would be such a good swear. Oh. Maybe Big and Cream learn all the swears from Amy. Oh, this is a dead end. Why did I go here? That's not helpful. I do not regret exactly, but I'm a little sad that I've never personally experienced Green Hill Zone in Sonic Adventure 2. Because that's the thing. If you get every single emblem, like I called them medals earlier, sorry, emblem. If you get every single emblem, you unlock Green Hill Zone that you can run through. And I've seen video footage of it. I've not played through it myself because I would have to get every single emblem. And it's like what I mentioned earlier about 100%ing games. It depends on the game whether or not I try and go for 100% or not. Uh-oh. 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 Goodbye. Kissed by a Fish, the new Seal song. But 100%ing Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 just did not hold appeal for me. Fake Sonic fan. Like, I 100%ed Sonic 3 Knuckles, because I had fun doing that, and I like that game. But all the stuff, all the rigmarole in Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, well, that's too much. You unlocked it twice? Whoa, Claire, on the Dreamcast, on the GameCube, and then again on PC, dang. Hardcore gamer. I must bow in reverence and respect. Big the Cat would be proud. And is that not, the ultimate goal in life, to make Big the Cat proud of you? I've decided this just now. Look, hurry up, hurry up. Fish. Oh, oh. That's sad. I like how these sea urchins, what are they called? Just like uni? They kind of look like they have glowing red noses, just the way that their spines pulsate. Like little clown noses. And big, drippy anime eyes. There, this is where I need to go. Oh, oh, get in there. Here we go. Okay. Okay, one more chance for the yump. I guess if I really got desperate, I could make a save state, but I think that's a little excessive. Okay, I gotta collect these. For Big to say your name like he says Froggy. That's the train. Claire. Unfortunately, I'm not John St. John. You'll have to deal with my extremely subpar Big the Cat impression. That's the new Patreon reward. Is saying your name in a Big the Cat voice. You must report that Gear 3 and Ring Racers is lay bonkers. No yump. The dream is dead. Long live the dream. I haven't tried Gear 3, only Gear 2. But when you say bonkers, like, not just the speed, presumably, but the AI? Well, probably also the speed. Gear 1 definitely feels slow, like 50cc in Mario Kart feels slow. And I guess for other people, I have been playing a little more Dr. Robotnik's Ring Racers off and on, off stream. I've been having a good time with it. Be fun to have more people to play with, but I, again, can see why people would be put off because it is mechanically dense, and the tutorial is very long, even though, oddly, a lot of the stuff shown in the tutorial you don't really need, I think. Now, granted, I haven't raced on every course. But I think to get enjoyment out of the game, you don't have to be that extreme about it. And there's a lot of content packed in there, and a lot of Sega deep cuts. Yeah, the tutorial feels maybe too long for the content in it. I mean, the work they did on it is very impressive, and I liked the banter between Eggman and Tails. I thought it was charming. I like that they're friends, but it's a lot. It's a lot to go through and kind of intimidating. I mean, even the manual for that game says, hey, this is a very technical kart racer, and don't worry if you don't get it right away. Just keep at it. But you know, I like it. I like that it offers more control. Aw, Charge and Chuck is struggling. He doesn't know how he got here. um, I like that it encourages more strategic play compared to Mario Kart, and you have a little more control, especially over things like your items. And there aren't things like the blue shell or the lightning that just completely stop you in your tracks. Even like the in-game equivalent of red shells are not a death sentence, so to speak. You would say it's only 40% more involved than Splatoon, and they polished that toot off in like 3 minutes. That's true. Now, Splatoon, I think, is an example of a game with a great tutorial. It's very, just straight to the point. It's unambiguous. It lets you practice everything in a safe environment. It shows you all the controls like one thing at a time, so a player is not overwhelmed by choice. Like, here's how to aim, here's how to move, here's how to shoot, here's how to throw a bomb, here's how swim, here's how do squid surge, like all stuff like that, so you're not overwhelmed by options and you have a chance to try everything out. That's good tutorial design. And I guess we kind of are in the age of tutorials when a lot of games don't have manuals anymore. Not that every game needs a tutorial per se. I think it's fine to, you know, just throw the player out there and let them figure it out too, but it depends on how mechanically dense your game is. Like, say, Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight didn't need a tutorial. He just throw you out there. And here's some lore you can read about how to do stuff. But press button to jump, press button to attack. There you go. Bob's your uncle. You're good. Something like Dark Souls needs a little bit more. There's a little bit more going on there. Gosh, where the other exit? I think the other exit is just the door before the one I took. Now, I did say earlier in the stream that I probably do remember where all 96 exits are. Hopefully that is in fact true, and I don't wind up eating my hat, or Mario's hat, as it were. It doesn't look very good. Maybe if I deep fried it and had a chow ball on the side, it would be a little better. But I'd still prefer to avoid that. Whee! I'm gonna fall into a pit if I do that. Don't do that. Oh. What are these guys called? Eries, I think? They're cute. Whatever they are, some sort of little reptilian ghost. Just good designs, generally, in this game. So much of this game holds up really well. And the designs are one aspect of it. Oh, that's not nice. That doesn't hold up well. That's not gonna hold up in court. Boo. Yeah, I'm glad we are mostly out of the unskippable tutorial area. There's definitely good ways to do tutorials and bad ways to do tutorials. Splatoon is a good tutorial. I was gonna say bad tutorial. I don't know if it even counts as a tutorial. Skyward Sword, three-hour tutorial. I don't know if you want to count the whole introductory point of the game as the tutorial, but I will count it in the sense the time between the game starts and the game gives you freedom to go run around and do stuff. It takes like 3 hours. It's a lot. Which is probably why Breath of the Wild is so expedient in comparison. Like, hey, here's some gear, Here's some pants. Here's how to put pant on. Go for it. Just get out there. Go crazy. Run into Lakitu. Oh, I didn't actually want that star. I actually wanted the cape feather, but that's okay. I'll accept it, I suppose. Yeah, that's fine. Can you knock it off? Thank you. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna take your car. This is a carjacking now, a cloud jacking. Can any of you think of games that either had really good tutorials or really, you know, Skyward Sword, 3-hour, just let me go, please, put me in, coach, type tutorials? Oop, don't throw a spiny on my head. Okay, okay, thank you. Can't go in there. This pipe you can go in. Okay. Nope. I need uppies. Ugh. No, that's not uppies. Give me another spiny. There we go. Come on. Do over. Oh. Oh, please. Agony. Agony. Okay, okay. Everything's fine. There we go. How many times have I beansed it so far in this game? Maybe only like twice? I think it's pretty good for a Mario game, you know, not knock on wood. I'm getting to the mean levels. Although I should also call it an evening soon. And maybe finish the rest of this next week. Thankfully, my sinus headache has, I think, largely abated. I did take some medicine and I drank lots of water. I've been good. Mega Man X has an amazing tutorial. What's it like in Mega Man X? I've never played one of the X games. I've only played actually a few Mega Man games in the past. I've played 2 and a little bit of 3. I've seen all of 3 played. I've played only a little bit of 3, and I've played 9. And that is all the Mega Men I've Mega Manned. I guess the NES was before my time. So the stuff I have played was on the Wii Virtual Console. I will say they're tough, you know, the reputation of old NES games holds true, but also the pattern memorization, well, is tricky when one is very impatient. Why am I holding this P-switch? Like, I don't need to be doing this. Pattern memorization is tricky when one is as impatient as I am. There we go. Not the most current example. It doesn't have to be current. The RuneScape tutorial island was excruciating. Go on. It's not even a tutorial. Mega Man X makes very smoothly makes you figure out the controls. You don't even notice you're being taught. See, that's good design. You know, when it feels very organic. You know, as opposed to a character saying, now this is the A button. When you press the A button, you will swing sword. You know, not that it's impossible to write a game with fourth wall breaks like that and make it work. Like Mother 3, great example of doing that. They just kind of lean into it. But some games, it really takes you out of the scene when characters talk like a game manual. There are better ways to do it. Oh, you know what? That's still a pretty good track record. Also, I have 99 Marios, so I think I can afford to miss a few. How is the Mega Man X series generally? I've heard, like, you know, the first few are good, and then some of the later ones kind of go off the rails. But I don't know how true that is, and again, that seems like a very subjective thing. But one of the reasons I like streaming and having chat is I like picking people's brains on stuff like this. That's why I like asking folks questions. On things like the games you like, the movies you like, etc., etc. I get to learn more while I throw Mario into pits. Which I haven't even been doing. Mario has not fallen into a single pit this stream. Now, Yoshi is another story, of course. but we don't talk about Yoshi. We could talk about Yoshi's story, but, you know. Oh, mitosis again. Oh, come on. Hang on. I mean, I could just leave him, but then I can't... Wow. X3 is perhaps the best expression of what 1 and 2 are trying to do gameplay-wise. X4 through X6 are just fine, so it's 7 when it goes off the rails. Is that the one with the cutscenes that everybody makes fun of? You know, like, what am I fighting for? That one? Oh, no, no, there he goes. Oh, that's X4. Oh. See, I was thinking X4 was still on the Super Nintendo, and they had not moved to, what, the PlayStation? Or they're doing these full animated cutscenes? I don't need to be in here. I have 99 lives. X1 is still the best one for the SNES. You know, real talk. Well, I say real talk, it's not serious at all, but I have a hard time not saying Super NES. Because that's what I would always say was Super NES. But then I would hear people say the SNES. And I thought, oh, I better not say Super NES. Or people are gonna think I'm wrong. That's weird. Could have sworn Yoshi was here just a moment ago. Huh. Well, trick of the light, I suppose. The thing that bummed you out is how gonzo every game's lore was until 9 and 10. All I really know about the X series is that I don't want to say their story is more melodramatic per se, but I don't know if that's the right word. That's just kind of what I've heard. And, you know, the cutscenes that people make fun of, but I don't think that's necessarily indicative of the series as a whole. Get out of here. I mean, I guess they're not really going for subtle, like Zero has that giant flowing blonde ponytail, which is very anime-esque. And I feel like that's paints a very clear picture of the kind of vibe that you're gonna get from the series. Is why would you give a Reploid a long, flowing, blonde ponytail, which in, I think, many cases would be very impractical, aside from the fact you're going for a very specific, cool anime vibe. Yoshi is still with us in coin form. Yeah, we have these collectible coins with his face on them as a memento. There we go. That looks nice and neat. Did I miss an exit in here? I hope not. I might have. Some of them kind of loop in on themselves, as you may have seen. Wily has the robots, and you gotta fight the bad ones. Yeah, I didn't take gonzo as in derogatory. Like, it sounds fun. But definitely more, again, I don't think melodramatic is the word I want, but more over the top with its storytelling than the Mega Man series was. I mean, Mega Man, like the base series, doesn't have, I think, really cutscenes and dialogue and talking, except for, like, 9 did, kind of, sort of. Or am I thinking of, like, 10? I don't know, like roll and whatnot, talking to you, you know, between stages where you buy things with screws, or the intro cutscene. Maybe that was 10. I don't remember. Oh yeah, this might be a little hard to look at if one is prone to motion sickness. We're free, it's okay. That's one of your favorite Mario songs, the athletic theme? Yeah, a lot of songs in this game I think still are very memorable. Like, it's not a huge soundtrack, but it is all burned into my brain. Hopefully not the same way that those moving hills are burned into your retinas from that last stage, but it's okay, we're free. Over the top is probably a good description. Also, I may call it an evening after, do I want to do, let's do Roy's Castle after this one, because it, you know, you get a save prompt after a castle, and it is getting a little late, and I do need to go to bed soon, but I just hate being responsible, though. It's so boring. In a better world, I could stream more, for longer, without a tiring day job. But perhaps someday. Honestly, I don't know how the people who stream as, you know, like, even if it's not their job per se, like it's not their main source of income, but they do it for fun, but they do it for, you know, like 4, 5, 6 to 8 hours at a stretch. That's so much. I don't know how you do it. And I mean that as a display of respect and awe. It's so long to be talking. And to be hopefully some semblance of at least slightly entertaining. Oh, sorry, Mario. I've bisected him. Oh, trisected. Oh gosh, now I'm happy, you know, even if people are here, like, you know, rarely, intermittently, if they only watch VODs on YouTube, whatever. If they never say a word, I'm still happy, knowing that if I can make other people happy with the stuff that I do, then I am content. That said, I do also very much enjoy the discussions in chat, as I've mentioned, and I think games like this and Yoshi's Island do a good job of facilitating that kind of silliness. You're kind of into it. Mega Man's giving his best Dante from Devil's Cry 3. That's what I'm calling it now. It's a very, like, Deltarune-styled way of phrasing it. Devil's Cry 3. You liked the story in X5 and X6. The X4 story was perhaps a bit more melodramatic than you would have expected, but you liked it nonetheless. I guess, yeah, that is the what am I fighting for game. Maybe it just feels melodramatic because I've only seen that one scene devoid of contact. Whoa, man. Devoid of voice acting. Or, sorry, not devoid. With voice acting. That's not good. I'd say maybe it's more subtle in Japanese, but there is for sure terrible Japanese voice acting out there too. I've seen gamers and anime fans try to assert that, oh no, the English dubs are always bad, Japanese ones always superior, but no, I have heard terrible voice acting in Japanese. It might be harder to recognize if you don't speak the language. Why is there, like, I thought there would be maybe a block or something I could hit here for an item. Maybe if I had a cape, I could go zoom in that way, but alas, it was not to be. Hello, Trent Reznor again. Glad you're still getting work. Easy does it. Okay. It's just gonna patiently wait for this guy to be above me. Great. Aw, thank you. Well, the VA in X4 in Japanese was good. Now I'm gonna have to go look up what that scene looks like. You know, is X4... I've asked this before in stream, and I always forget. Is X4 the same one where, like, one take Dr. Light, or it sounds like they just got a guy off the street, like, we gotta stop Dr. Wily, Mega Man, you know, like that? Like, that's the best take. We did 30 takes, and that was the best one. That's Mega Man 8, thank you. I knew it couldn't have been the X series, because it's Dr. Light. Same VA cast for Mega Man as X and X4. Oh, continuity. I wonder if it's like that in Japanese, too. Whoa. This level in Super Mario World remade from memory was miserable. Absolutely miserable. So this should be easy mode in comparison, I hope. I mean, it's... Oh, I thought you were gonna bounce! You were supposed to bounce, jeez. Look at the rage in Mario's eyes. It's pitch black, beady eyes. The fury he feels. Well. Well. Oh no, I was trying to go that one into falling. I didn't think I was gonna jump into it. Oops. Oops. Let me get a power up so in case I hit a fireball, I am not immediately incinerated. Hello Lane, thank you. Also, that's such a cute emote. I hope you did not come in just in time for I think my 4th death of the stream. I think I'm doing pretty good as far as Mario's life goes. Now, Yoshi, again, we don't speak about Yoshi, but that's okay. Yoshi understands, right? Or he doesn't understand. He's in the dark, but that's okay. There's nothing for him to understand anymore anyway, because he's at the bottom of a pit. Oh. At some point, I'm gonna have to go find my Mario World remade from memory streams. And now I don't know if this is true for if I know some of you in chat right now are streamers yourselves, and I don't know if this is a universal streamer thing, but I have a hard time watching myself sometimes. I find myself more tolerable at a higher speed, because otherwise I just start nitpicking my gameplay and my commentary, and that's not healthy. But I should go find the Mario World remade from memory streams and see what this castle was like, because again, it was, ugh, miserable. Your poor Yoshi is used to the pits. Yeah, he'll survive, exactly. He's an old hand at falling into bottomless pits. If anything, I'm providing enrichment for him. As I mentioned at the start of the stream, a Yoshi enclosure needs a bottomless pit. Hello, Roy. He's in his blue period. Doink. Doink. Didn't even get to climb the walls. He practiced for weeks for that sweet trick, and I denied him. Sorry. Now, I should, unfortunately, call it an evening here, because it's going to save, and then I'll have enough of this game to stream next week. Oh, thank you! Mario, no. Yoshi did it. Mario found his way through the Forest of Illusion and has put an end to Roy Koopa of Castle Number 5. Onward to the dangerous, but tasty, Chocolate Island. That's still a very good Mario sprite. Oh, thank you, all. It is such a treat to hang out with everyone and just relax and chill. It's a good way to recover from not only being cranky from my sinus headache, but also I just had kind of a rough weekend with... I just spent all of Canada Day basically recovering and resting because my back was a mess. So, thank you. I am very grateful for all the lovely company. Thank you, everybody. I will see you on Friday for more Metroid Prime, so please look forward to that, and then more of this next Tuesday. So please stay safe, stay healthy, have a wonderful evening. Oh wait, I forgot I could do this. And I will see you next time. Oyasumi nasai.